Hello students, today we'll be solving a numerical on Routh stability criteria. Okay, so the Cartesian equation is given and they're asking us to examine the stability of a system. Okay, so we have to go ahead with our Routh array. So as you can see in the equation, the highest order is degree is s raised to 5. Okay, so our Routh array will start from s raised to 5, then it will be s raised to 4, s raised to 3, s raised to 2, then s raised to 1, and the last one will be s raised to 0. Okay. So since 5 is basically odd, so odd coefficients are going to come here, odd term coefficients. So s raised to 5 coefficient is 1, then s cube is 4, and so on. So first row will be like this. In the second row, all even terms we are going to consider, all even term coefficients. So it's going to be 2, 8, and 1. And after that, as I already taught you in the video 1, we are going to find the coefficients of s raised to 3 rows using the previous 2 rows. Okay. So as we can see here, this term, okay, if I say it is x, okay, so my x will be equal to 2 into 4 minus 8 divided by, it's going to be 2. So this is going to come to 0. So my x will be replaced by 0. Okay. So my x is 0 here. After that, in the same way, if you find the coefficient here, it comes to 2.5 and then 0. Okay. Now further, when we move to the next row coefficient, what we are going to get is 0 into 8. Okay. The next coefficient, if I say it is y here, then my y will be equal to 0 into 8 minus 2.5 into 2 divided by 0, and this is nothing but infinity. So I'm going to get here infinity. So what I'm going to get here is infinity. So because we are getting here infinity, we cannot continue. How can we calculate the ahead rules? Okay, so our Routh array is gets failed here because of this 0. Okay, because of the 0 which we have got, because of this 0 which we have obtained. Okay, the Routh array fails. So in that case, what we are going to do is that we will continue our Routh array, but instead of 0, what we have obtained here in the third row, we will consider a non-zero epsilon. Okay, and then we will find our Routh array in a similar way how we find in the previous videos. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I will replace 0 by epsilon and complete our array. Okay, the array in the same way, no other method. Okay, so what we're going to get is here. So it starts with s raised to 5 as we have seen it, then s raised to 4, then s raised to 3, then s raised to 2, then s raised to 1, and the last one will be s raised to 0. Okay. So the first row will be same. There will be no change. Okay, because your epsilon came in the third row. No? So first two will be the same. So I'm just writing them again. Okay. The change will start from your third row where we are assuming your epsilon. Even this will remain the same. Okay. Now what will happen here? Okay. So it's going to be 8 into epsilon here minus 2.5 into 2, which comes to 5, divided by epsilon. This will come to 1 and this is 0. Now this coefficient, so it's going to be 8 epsilon minus 5 divided by epsilon into 2.5, okay, minus epsilon divided by 8 epsilon minus 5 divided by epsilon. Okay, I'll just shift this one little downward. Okay. So what will be the last row? It's going to be 1. Okay. And here we can see. Now, after getting this, we are going to proceed afterwards by taking the limits epsilon tends to 0 and finding out the values in all the terms where we have epsilon. So all the terms which include epsilon, we are going to apply the limits and see whether we are getting that term as positive or negative. And we'll be using that to declare whether your system is stable or no. So what we are going to do here now, we are going to apply the limits. So to which terms? All the terms which consist of epsilon. So it will be this term. So it will be this term and this term. Okay. So we'll start with the limits. We'll apply limits here now. So limit as epsilon tends to 0. The first term is epsilon minus 5 divided by epsilon. Okay, I'll just simplify this. Okay, so this will become what? Limit as epsilon tends to 0. 8 epsilon divided by epsilon minus 5 divided by epsilon. Okay, so this will further get reduced as limit as epsilon tends to 0, 8 minus 5 divided by epsilon. Okay, so this comes to 8 minus limit as epsilon tends to 0, 5 divided by this. So it becomes 8 minus infinity. So it becomes minus infinity. Okay, so after this, we are going to apply limits to the other term. Okay, so first we got minus infinity. Let us see the second term what we are going to get now. Okay, so again we will apply the limit to the second term now. Okay, so it is little bigger one. Okay, this one. So what we are going to do is that we are going to simplify it first. Okay, limit epsilon tends to 0. Okay, 2.5. Okay, 8 epsilon minus 5 epsilon square divided by 8 epsilon minus 5. Okay, so this comes to, okay, when we simplify, it comes to 2.5 minus 0. So the term, this term is giving us 2.5. Okay, so now whatever values we have obtained, okay, we will put those values in our root array and see how is our first column looking. Okay, because for declaring the stability, we have to concentrate on our first column. Okay, so therefore the array is given by, okay, so let us check out the array. Same, it will start from s is to 5, then s is to 4, s is to 3, s is to 2, s is to 1, and s is to 0. So just write down the values, whatever we had obtained, and instead of those epsilon terms, we are going to enter the terms which we had got after applying the limit. Okay, so third row also it is the same thing. Okay, so here it is minus infinity we have obtained, if you remember. Here it was 1, 0, and here we obtained 2.5. Okay. Okay. Now, students, we just have to concentrate on the first column. Okay. So just see in this first column, as we can see, there are sign changes. Okay, and because of this, we can say that our system is unstable. Okay, so what we can do is that we have to write therefore, okay, the system is unstable. Okay, why it is unstable? Because of presence of change in the time. Okay, students. So thank you.